Hello, Team Doramita. How are you? I bring you a delicious drama for you to delight your ears. This summary is short and fresh. Are you prepared? Here comes this incredible story. The series begins with On You, a young student who is waiting for the bus, ready to attend her first day of classes at a new institute. Nervous about the change, she assures her friend over the phone that she does not want to go. However, he tries to calm her down by reminding her that they will be able to study together at that new institute. After hanging up the phone, she begins to watch a video of her favorite singer, a young man named Ji Sak, who suddenly appears next to her and touches her shoulder to talk to her. Yu is not able to believe what is happening to her. And who would? So she looks at her screen repeatedly to see if it is really him, Ji Sak, who, after introducing himself, assures her that they will be classmates, since he studies at the institute to which she has just transferred. News causes joy for On Yu, who quickly loses her nerves. Upon arriving at said institute, On Yu's mother writes her a message urging her to get good grades, and subsequently, during her introduction, the teacher assures her that Ji Sak is the class delegate, and that, therefore, if she has any doubts regarding anything, she can ask him. Later, On Yu's friend, Ye Chan, walks into class, completely ignoring Ji Sak, who remembers with nostalgia the days when they used to be friends and shared a close bond together. After that, Ye Chan sits next to On Yu and urges her to go eat together. Once they leave, one of the classmates begins to talk about On Yu, but another of the girls, named So Mang, reprimands her and warns her that she does not want to hear her voice. Once together, On Yu and Ye Chen begin to catch up on each other's lives after 3 years without seeing each other, communicating only through the phone. Then Ye Chan asks On Yu if she likes the institute, and she responds that she is happy to be able to see Ji Sak every day. However, Ye Chan avoids talking about him at all. We already know why. Upon returning to class, On Yu introduces herself to So Mang and offers her a candy as a sign of friendship. Subsequently, she takes a walk around the institute to take a look at the facilities, and upon discovering a piano, she goes quickly to play it. Ji Sak, who hears the melody, approaches her together with So Mang and one of her friends named Hae Eun, and after congratulating her for how well she plays the piano, they offer her to join a musical group. Aware of On Yu's nerves, Ji Sak assures her that they are not going to force her to join them and that she can take her time to think about it. But what a great offer. On Yu then returns to class, and after seeing a poster for the musical group, begins to convince herself that she must follow her dream, while her classmates continue to encourage her to participate. Subsequently, Ji Sak is at home together with So Mang and Hae Eun, talking about the views of his latest song's video. Hae Eun then insists that by introducing On Yu's piano playing, the overall quality of their music could improve significantly. Because of this, she asks Ji Sak to speak with Ye Chan directly, hoping that he can persuade her to change her mind and finally agree to join them, as Hae Eun believes that her contribution is absolutely essential for the band to succeed moving forward. Meanwhile, he recalls the bad relationship he currently has with his bandmate. I'm dying to know what happened between them, aren't you? Later on, while On Yu talks to Ye Chan about the proposal that they have made to her, Ji Sak appears to ask her if she has already made the decision. However, she responds that she is still not very convinced. At her home, On Yu opens a box with memories of the musical group in which she played in the past, but at that moment her mother appears and urges her to focus on her studies and leave music aside. What a party pooper. Next day, several students begin to mess with On Yu, but So Mang and Hae Eun appear to defend her, and after going out to talk together for a while, On Yu shows her joy for having their friendship. For his part, Ji Sak approaches to talk alone with Ye Chan, who shows himself to be reticent due to a problem that they have been dragging along from some time ago. Oh, just say what it is. At that moment, On Yu appears and leaves together with Ye Chan. She urges him to join the musical group with her, reminding him, in the face of his refusal, what a good singer he has always been. At night, On Yu is finally convinced and begins to compose music for the group, and the next day she communicates her decision to join the other members, who quickly celebrate her incorporation together with her. Later, a video of So Mang taking home leftover food from the restaurant where she works spreads throughout the school, leading On Yu and his friends to start thinking of ways they can help her. However, when they approach her to talk, she refuses due to the shame she feels and leaves alone, to later spend time working together with her grandmother. Yu and Hae Eun do not give up, and one afternoon they decide to go to the stall where her grandmother works to talk to her, and when So Mang arrives, they inform her that they have managed to remove the video, and they assure her that she should not be ashamed. After all this, she apologizes to her friends for her attitude, and together they regain their smile. One morning, while On Yu cleans the institute's hallway, she observes in front of her the one guilty of spreading So Mang's video, so she decides to throw water on her as revenge before the watchful gaze of Ji Sak, who among laughs is witness to everything that happened. Subsequently, On Yu and Ji Sak practice together on the piano and see each other after class, where he hands the protagonist, amazed by her talent, a book of his in which he composed songs. At home, her mother discovers the papers on which she composes music, and after taking them, she warns her not to throw her future away, which causes the crying of On Yu, who calls Ye Chan to see him. Once together, she tells her friend what happened, but he tries to provoke her and play with her, taking importance away from the matter. A few days later, Ye Chen returns to bother On Yu in the library under the gaze of Ji Sak, who sends her a message to leave there and see each other alone in another room. And there he explains the lesson that On Yu did not understand, and after that, he confesses to her that in the past he could not sing because of his own insecurity, to which she responds that he is her favorite singer and that he must never ever give up. And is there no kiss? It seems that not yet. Later on, they are all together eating pizza when suddenly the girls leave and leave Ji Sak and Ye Chan alone. Suddenly Ji Sak tries to talk to him, but he still shows himself to be wary and tries to leave. However, to his misfortune, the girls have left for a karaoke with the door key. Thanks to this, after a great silence between both of them, Ji Sak manages to apologize to him and remember the times in which they used to sing and be together. I knew it. Subsequently, it is shown that the problem between both of them came from a misunderstanding by Ye Chan, who thought that Ji Sak decided to start his solo career as a singer without counting on him, when he actually declined the musical offer they made them upon the agency refusing to hire both of them. So finally, Ye Chan apologizes to him and they resume their friendship. Hours later, the girls receive a message from both of them in which they inform them of what happened, and when they arrive at the place to pick them up, they find them asleep, leaning on each other. Later on, while the girls talk, Hae Eun shows herself to be annoyed by the attitude of So Mang, whom she reproaches that she treats her differently since the arrival of On Yu. In this way, So Mang goes in the afternoon to a park together with her to try to calm her down and make her see that nothing has happened. However, Hae Eun breaks down crying uncontrollably. At that moment, On Yu and the guys, who are witnessing the scene hidden behind some bushes, prepare a cake for Hae Eun's birthday. They surprise her with the celebration, successfully transforming her tears of sadness into joy, and gather around to wish her a very happy and special birthday today. The passing of time, Hae Eun becomes the old version of herself again, and the relationship between On Yu and Ji Sak intensifies. At the same time, the protagonist tries to improve her skills on the piano in preparation for a performance. However, while she takes several photos with her friends, she confesses to them the nervousness she feels, but they encourage her given her very great potential. And in that way, On Yu continues to practice, and since she does not have a piano at home, she practices on a sheet of paper on which she herself has drawn a piano. With the goal of encouraging her, Ye Chan urges Ji Sak to help her achieve her dream, so he calls her to meet alone with her, causing her joy. Once they are together, Ji Sak begins to sing one of the songs composed by On Yu. This inevitably puts a huge smile on our protagonist's face, and she later confesses to her friends the feeling she has started to develop for Ji Sak, leaving her heart feeling completely overwhelmed. Eventually, the day of the performance arrives, and Ji Sak and On Yu achieve fame after singing together in a sublime manner. Their success is such that the protagonist finally decides to leave high school to specialize in musical studies, successfully fulfilling her dream and reaching her goal at long last. And thus ends this fabulous drama. The moral is, if you have dreams, chase them. If you have fear, abandon it or face it. And if you have friends, take great care of them and let them know that you love them. Please, help me with a like, comment your favorite part, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time.